melody is a hook. You know, there are so many different types of hook. It's something that just seems to stick. But a simple and repetitive melody is usually a hook. So, firstly, it'll be catchy. Now, what does catchy mean? You know, you think about that, you always say, oh, it's really catchy. Well, and why is it catchy? Well, it means that it sticks. Why does it stick? Well, it's usually because it's simple and repetitive. Those are the two kind of core ingredients. It's not so complex that the human mind can't just repeat it back. And to help with that process, it's repeated back a good few times within a short space of time. That makes it catchy. It's quite simple. We use that term a lot. Oh, I couldn't stop saying it's so catchy. But we need to dismantle that as writers and understand why that is. Again, so that we can forget it and so that it becomes natural and we enjoy the familiarity of that feeling of writing catchy stuff rather than it being too clunky a process. It's good to get right under the bonnet on this so that it becomes a working part of our arsenal of tools. So really, you know, when we say something, oh gosh, that's so catchy, actually get under the hood of that and say, well, why am I saying that? What is happening? And actually listen. I'm not going to go through examples tonight because what I'd rather we do is that you listen to some music that you're listening to at the moment and wonder why, and now after this examine why something's catchy. Why did it stick? In light of what we're going to be going through this evening, it should unfold to you. You go, oh yeah, it's because it's just, look, it's only 4 notes, it's repeating, and it's in a different rhythm than the rest of the song. We're going to go through the different reasons, but excuse me. Secondly, the hook isn't the first thing that comes to mind. Don't think that it just needs to be, you kind of go, oh baby, and just because it's simple and repeats, that's the hook. That's sometimes a little bit too a kind of easy a get it. We kind of think, oh well, it's that song, that other song there just goes beat it, beat it, beat it, beat it, or something. We'll use some example to justify not working on a hook, and this is something that you've got to get past. It doesn't want to be complex, but we want to develop it. We want to find a hook. If it's not immediately floating our boat, if it's really floating our boat, then we've lucked out, and great. And that can come with practice. You start to ramp up into lovely hooks fairly naturally. The absence of it making you very aware of it. That's where you really notice it. You think something's not right, and it's because the hook isn't strong. So develop your hooks. I'm going to go through these. I could talk on each of these for quite an amount of time, but I'm going to get through them. I want you guys to take them on board and then ask me questions so that we can revisit some of this stuff. Point 3 is that they'll use interesting intervals. Sometimes this is a combination of some or all of these will create hooks. Some hooks will be, the same note, but a very interesting lyric or a punchy rhythmic pattern. But, this is one of the tools, as it'll be using an interesting interval. Often this is the case is that you'll have had a kind of reasonably linear verse and then a ramping pre-chorus, and then suddenly you'll get these spikes and interesting intervals. We're going to talk a bit more of that in a minute. Fourth, using a variety of rhythms in different sections. So this is where a hook doesn't just stand alone. It will stand alone in the listener's mind when they're away whistling it or humming it in their head, but really what set it up, what gave it its background that made it feel so good. It's the contrast in sections. So we really want to, you'll have heard me talk about this a lot. We really want to look at we're talking melody here, so we're looking at the rhythm of the melody. So if you're going da 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 da, and that's the verse, da 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 da, then your pre-chorus might go da 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 da, and then the chorus might go da 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 da. That's 3 contrasting rhythms in different sections. So be aware of that. Sometimes we just sing what the first thing that comes to our heads or our hearts. That's okay, but we want to develop it, and a way to do that is one of the tools, number 4 here, using a variety of rhythms in different sections. You really want to get contrast in. It was a mind-blowing bit of progress for me, this, when I started really writing, from an emotional place, but starting then to kind of intentionally chop words out and things. So I was getting syncopation and offbeats and all this stuff. We'll talk about more later on, but a variety of rhythm is hugely important and can deliver you some banging hooks where you thought you had another kind of fairly similar line to the pre-chorus or something, and then you look at the rhythm, put it on the offbeats or on the on-beats, or flip it about a bit, and suddenly you can have a really interesting hook. So number 5, use notes both inside and outside of the chords. By the way, a lot of these points will be relevant to your entire melody writing, but we are looking for the short, concise element of hook writing tonight. But this is where you will find, this is another point, another tool, where if you think you've got your hook, we'll examine just moving a note to outside of the chord. So if you're playing, let's say you're playing a G here. So there's the chord of G, and then if we're starting the chorus on the C, we're going to go, and that's not in the chord, and it's just an interesting note. Isn't that, sorry, I sang the wrong note there, but you know what I mean. So you're looking for 9s and 7s, interesting notes outside of the chords, and what you gain from that is tension and release. So this is something you want to experiment with. This is let's say you've written a chorus, and you've got a little the first line or the last line where the title is or something like this, and you like it. It's short, it's punchy, but you're just thinking it's lacking something. Have a little look at whether the notes are just landing slap bang on the 3rd of the chord or on the root of the chord or the 5th of the chord, and then try a 9 or a sus4. Just move it around, move those notes of that short bit of hook around. I do this all the time, and I do it with melody as well, and I'll just find that I've not had to change where my heart sat with it, if that makes sense. I'm writing the same song, the lyrics not changed, but suddenly I'm singing a note with the same flow, the same energy, but it's in a note that's not sitting in the chord, and there's just a richness and a tension and a suspension that I arrive at from it, that just gives me a much, much more fulfilling feeling from the song. That works in hooks hugely, so really, really have a go at that. So the 6th tool to use is it's simple, familiar, and memorable, but not linear and uninspiring. So this relates to all the tools we've just talked about there. So don't, and similar to it relates to when I was saying don't just go with the first thing you've got. Yes, simple and familiar, and you can sing it again quickly, are important aspects, but don't just accept if it's linear and uninspiring. If it's like, baby, that's right. Well, maybe we'll go, baby, that's right, or baby, that's right. It'll just be more interesting. Just muck about with it and try. So sometimes just the simple, familiar, and memorable isn't as good as it can be. We don't want just linear and uninspiring. It can be simple, familiar, and memorable with juice. With some real fuel in it because of some rhythmic contrast, notes outside the chord. A really interesting interval being used, and you've done the same, baby, that's right, but you've suddenly got this really hooky thing that when you repeat it, people are going da, 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 and they're singing that one line, rather than it being a passing moment, rather than it just being a kind of middle bit of the song or the end of the chorus. You want it to absolutely slap home and hit home, something that people walk away with singing it.